Hello artists, how are you today? Stephanie Aune coming to you from the banks of the Trinity River here near Willow Creek, California in Six Rivers National Forest. Oh my goodness, this thing is such a monster. All right, so this was what I decided to work on today. I made an elephant house, and I made somebody's old treasure box that is now filled with sand and dirt. Time, find your true north. Time passes quickly. I like the lighting right now. You guys are getting a really good image of what these look like here. And then this was all done using Seth Apter's baked textures. And I have some photos that I can include, but let me show you here. You can go to stephanieaunedesigns.com. This is my little plug for Seth. He makes really cool stuff. I bought the pack of 7. I would highly suggest to at least get the vintage beeswax here. And then this is the ancient amber. There's one that's the sand that I used quite a bit in here. So the sand leaves kind of this white texture behind. There. And there. I also used a bit of the rust color in there. And I think I used a little bit of the patina. I just kind of kept layering and layering and layering the embossing powder without having any embossing ink whatsoever. So I've got embossing powder kind of all over the table. But the effect was fabulous. I would still like to go back and probably do some more embossing around this clock and the gear and the compass, because I think that would really fit in well. I've put some of the stuff around the edges of the tins so that they kind of look like boxes laying in the sand. I loved putting the elephant in the house. Oh my god, that was hilarious when I figured out that he fit in there just perfectly. And then I just cut out the box so that you could close the door on him. Then this is a ticket stub and then a little advertisement. So, yeah, there it is. So, I was stoked about finishing that up, and I love how it turned out, you know? Just kind of the vintage treasures of our childhood, right? Okay, here's the video. Let's get to it. Oh, hey, before I forget, don't forget that I've got that really killer gift for the person that has the most points on, let's see, we're going to calculate March 16th, right? So you get a point for like, commenting, and sharing. You have to share to get that point. In the comment, let me know where you shared. You also get a point every day, one a day you could get if you post a new picture in Messy Hands of art that you're currently working on, or art that you've done in the past, and art that's influenced by other people is just fine, you know, just be respectful as we've discussed in the past. And then also your third point, you can get it by becoming a Patreon member, and all Patreon members will get 3 points on the 15th of March. So if you join now, you get 1 point, and then you can get 3 more. We've got an awesome book and ephemera pack put together. I just kept pulling stuff out of my drawers the other day when I was cleaning, and that's what you got. You got a lot of goodies. If I get 100 new subscribers, then I will make a second prize. All right, guys, let's get to that 700. Help a girl out. All right. Patreons, go to patreon.com, patreon.com. Put in my name, stephanieaunedesigns, no S, and you should be able to sign up pretty easily. We have some images for the circus book. I have 2 Journal With Me projects on there now. You got the second Journal With Me today. Finally, it took me 2 days to upload, but you got it. So you have 2 exclusive videos, and you also have some images. We are going to be working on a 3rd thing. Look at this cool piece of driftwood. Now, I don't know if you guys can see what I can see out of this piece of driftwood. Let me go right there. Well, there we go. Do you see the beautiful woman in that driftwood? Heidi. Oh, I think a rock just fell out of it. She's going to be, I think it's this way. She's going to be my new project. Big bun of hair up here, face, paper clay, or I have also some bronze colored artist sculpt stuff, and I might try that out. And then she's got her beautiful coat on and her long skirt or legs or whatever. Found this the other day. It needs to dry out a little bit before I work too much on it. But I'm not probably going to give this away for Patreon though. So I need to do something. So you guys are probably going to get a couple extra videos this month. Geez, and then I still have to do the ATC one. And and then. Okay, that's enough chatterbugging. But cool stuff on Patreon. Please come join us there. You know, YouTube is still getting plenty of content, but I'm going to make sure that you guys have some cool stuff. The Patreon drawing will probably be on the, I think I said around the 24th, 23rd or 24th, for the project that we do together, which I don't know what that's going to be. Again, I think that this will end up being too valuable to give away. I think this is going to be a very cool sculpture when it's finished. So, making some fine art too. Woohoo! I hope you guys enjoy your Journal With Me #2. Again, it didn't turn out perfect, but you know, sometimes things don't turn out perfect. That's okay, and I will go back and fix them. I just need to have more time to do it, honestly. I was into it an hour and 20 minutes, obviously. Probably a little bit longer because that was sped up, so, and edited. So, anyway, okay, we will chat soon. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Good morning, artists. How are you? Stephanie Aune coming to you from the banks of the Trinity River here near Willow Creek, California. Ozzy and I just got back from our mile little walk, our first walk of the day, so I think he's tuckered out. It is March 8th, and let's see, if you caught my little discussion yesterday showing you what the drawing goodies are, you know that I'm kind of working on something different for these, but it's taking me a long time to do them, especially when I had the studio torn apart yesterday. So I did find some goodies to put in here. I suppose maybe we should finish that up first. I want to do something fun with the with that cover, and so I'm kind of anxious to get to working on it, but you know, I have kind of a hard time focusing on one page at a time. Still not really quite sure where my gesso is, my black gesso. So this is just Handy Art acrylic gesso. I believe I have some listed on my internet, my Amazon list. But any black gesso will do. It does not have to be any certain kind. We're just going to use a small touch of it on here to emboss this little box. Now, I definitely do not want to get it on my book pages. I suppose I should probably put some tape down or something. That would make more sense, huh? Let's just do that real fast. This is just standard Scotch tape. Because I do want to paint the edges of the tin. Of course, don't stick your tape into the paint and then stick it into the paint and then stick it onto their book underneath the tape, which would be typical, right? But we don't want to lose that yummy, delicious edge that we have. We might go back and do a little stabilo around it. Because we don't want that to show as, see, look how that got paint on it. Don't stick that down. Don't do that. And I'm not really pushing it down on here because we don't want it to lift up all the goods underneath here either. Just a very light barrier. All right, let's get some more goop on here. Now I can be a little bit more generous with my goop. Black gesso goop. And you guys watched me emboss down that tin. That's copper foil duct tape. I believe I have it also in my Amazon list. You know, you don't have to buy it off of the Amazon list. If you do, Amazon will give me a couple pennies for it. But you can at least look at it and see what exactly it is. If you have the silver tape, that works just fine also. Okay. I'm going to not stick that back in my water like that, though. I need to get some fresh water. I need to stop leaving my brushes in the water. It's really bad for them. You know, a brush is a fairly disposable tool, truly. I'm not spending, well, this main brown brush that I used was probably a $30 brush, $20 brush. But other than that, my brushes are not that expensive. But the longer that you take care of them, the longer they'll last for you, right? Okay, so now I have to find where I put my little pieces that I bought the other day. Yesterday. I just was showing them to you last night. Ozzy thought I was growling at him. Do you guys see them on here anywhere? Where's my little elephant? Elephant! Okay, so yes, it was stuck off of my desk, but underneath things, so. This little guy is pretty cute. Can he live in there? Not quite, but he could live in there. We'll have him live in there. Can an elephant live in there? Can it still open up if he's living there? I don't know. I think he should live there. Can it still close? It can. U.S. Marshal. That we can fix up right away. Again, always have pliers on your desk. These little pliers here have a little wire cutter on them. Try not to let your bits and pieces go all over the place like I do. I don't recommend it. Stepping on them later. I could have the elephant hanging from there. I could. This is double-sided foam tape. Actually, I'll take that second piece here. I was just like, what was that? What was that? Was that anything I could eat? All right. So, double-sided foam tape. It's kind of sticky. This still has the sticky side left on it. It's not sticky enough to where it's going to hold what I need it to hold. So let's glue it on here first. So remember, we're gluing the foam on. Now, why am I putting foam on here? I'm putting foam on it so that it has some height to it. If it has height to it, then I can put a jump ring through it and hang a chain from it. So when you went to the circus, what would you have found while you were there? Me, I always picked up a rock or whatever little knick-knacky things I could find. I still do it, actually. Almost off of every walk, I'll pick up something. Or if it's an important time, I'll do it for sure. Just have a little memento. Okay, so that got really thick on there. I need to let it dry just a little bit more, but actually, let's see what we can do. I am leaving that tape on there at this time just because it's wet. Like that. There, not so bright and shiny anymore. I want it to be dirty and grungy, just like that. On these. This one doesn't need one. This actually might need something to keep it closed, though. I love the thought of the frog. Oh, well, I'll just glue them in there. Right? You guys see inside there what I'm doing? I'll just glue them down. So that way it doesn't matter if it pops up. What else would the kids find there? Little bee thing. You can cut these off. Oh, that one came off very easy. Let me see if I can get this one off better. There we go. Again, I'm just cutting the charm off of there. It's very soft metal, whatever metal it is. Little girl. Little girl's kind of cute, don't you think? Little princess. Be kind of fun if the eyeball fell in there. Oh, I have to do it. I don't know if I can do it, but I have to do it. Let's pull out my this guy. This is a wire leather hole punch, but it can also go through metal. It might ruin my tin. It's entirely possible. I'm going on the very smallest one. And we're gonna have to go here with it. Somewhere in the center. Let's not screw it up that much. It is 1, 2, 3.5. There. There's our center. cut all the way through it. It's not hurting the tin though, so I'm going to just keep going. There it goes. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Haha. I didn't know if that was going to work. And it did. Yay. Alright, so I'm going to take a little pliers. I'm going to push that back in. Just like that. And reshape it a little bit more. I like the frogs. I don't know what frogs have to do with the circus, but they do remind me of a little boy. That's what's important, right? Has a little charm with these little keys on it. I have no idea where it came from. You could put a big key on it. That would be cool. Let's look here. The big keys. Okay. I've just been playing around here. I've decided even though I like this texture element, oh, it's not going to come out. Is it? Can I get it to come out? I like the texture of it. I love the color of it. But oh, I like that better. There we go. This is just some I think it's cupboard stuff, or it's a rug stuff under a rug to keep it from sliding. Just some random fabric I picked up for cheap at Joann's that had a nice grid on it, and you saw me use it on the picolate that I made there a little while ago. I love him. Isn't he cute? I love his smile. He's actually like a happy clown. He's pretty cool. So I don't know how that's going to work with everything else that's going to be in the little tin, but he's too cool not to be in the book. Now I do have still a couple pages left of you know, to put more images in, of course. You know, this book still has to go through its final stages. The outsides of this need to be done. We're just going to just push them in there as much as we can. I understand that that grid is going to show up. I'm okay with that. This kind of makes them kind of funky. Kind of cool in there. We're going to give them just a touch more glue to seal them up. And I have these guys. Greatest show on earth. I think I can back these with each other. It needs a little color in there, doesn't it? A cherry pie. Ah, fired brick. Ah, it's kind of crazy. Let's bring in some yellow. KKK. Alright, so we got that painted. And then this is as bright as can be. Well, let's put a little bit of black gesso in here too. Probably should have done that in the first place, huh? Just want to make it grungy. We don't want it to be the bright tin. We don't want it to be perfectly covered necessarily either. Whoops, phone cord. I could easily put something up in there too. I don't know if I will though. I still want the elephant to fit in here. Can an elephant fit in there? I keep getting toe marketer calls. They drive me nuts. Because what happens is it shuts off the video as soon as the call comes in. So, they're kind of pain in the behind. I'm just taking this down just a little bit more here again. You control how much copper you want to show. Or silver, if you do the aluminum tape. Cheer up, sleepy dream. Oh, what can it be? Daydream and a homecoming queen. I love that lizard. Lizard wouldn't be at the circus. But he fits there perfect, doesn't he? What do you think, Ozzy? Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy. Want to say hello? Hi. Tear up, sleepy teen. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? Hi, baby. You're being very good by sleeping. Yes, you are. Places never been before. You left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say you found a plea for everyone. It's Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Huh. Don't wake up on me. Go back to sleep. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Oh, yes. Go back to sleep, honey. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sweet boy. Yeah. My boy. Aussie interlude. Let's get back to work. Let's see what else I have in here. There's shark tooth. Wow, that would have been a charger, huh? Okay, I just got this little charm here. It's a metal of some sort. Sticking it under there. Of course, it represents a metal of some sort. It's not actual metal. I still like this little shovel, so I'm going to put it in here. I'll probably just do this. The heater goes from 0 to 100. Come on. Come on. Get the tweezers, maybe. That's cool. Okay. I have this jump ring set listed in my Amazon links. If you would use that, Amazon, like I said before, will give me a penny or two for the recommendation for you to use it. Alright, let's play with this one. I'm just kind of bringing that color up here a little bit more. Varnish? What's the word? Making shiny.